This is what, I don't even know the right word for it, but this is one of the most mind-blowing, devastating, saddest things I've ever seen. Syria, a country torn apart by war over the last decade. Right now, governments around the world advise against all travel and recommend to get out of the country as soon as you can. But I have the chance to go in and show another side to this country. A side that you might not expect. Good morning and welcome to Syria. I'm in a town just next to Kraktasvili Castle and about 50 kilometers away from HOMS city right now. And this morning we're going to try and visit HOMS. It was a city that was mostly destroyed during the Civil War, and I'm not really sure what to expect there, but we're going to go try and have a look around and see what I can show you. Looks good. Nice. We're driving now, but we stopped at a roadside cafe. Literally. Roadside. And I'm grabbing a quick coffee for the journey. Great, thank you. Cheers. Literally right in the center of the city right now as well. About 100 yards that way there are all the shops, and this is everything that's destroyed. One side of the road is kind of okay, and the other side of the road is like this. This is, I've got no words. It's just destruction everywhere. I'm only allowed this side of the road, I can't go over there. But all around we've just been driving through, and every building, not every building, but most buildings are just destroyed like this. I looked up before, apparently 40% of the city was destroyed. Used to have 2 million before. That I can't get an exact figure of how many people are here now, but as you can see, like, most buildings are completely destroyed. I don't even know the right word for it, but this is one of the most mind-blowing, devastating, saddest things I've ever seen. The official estimates in the last 8 years, 400,000 people have died in Syria because of the various wars and conflicts, and ISIS, anti-Assad, pro-Assad, and like, as you can see in HOMS, you can just see the destruction everywhere. It's interesting because asking about what happened here, you can't really get a straight answer so far, because I think people are still afraid to say what they really think. Even when mentioning what happened here, it's more about what ISIS did rather than whether it was the rebels or people that were pro or anti-Assad. I'm still, I want to be careful saying this here as well, but yeah, it's just very clear to see the destruction in this city. There's an interesting perspective here. One of the members of our group asked, was this done all by ISIS or by the fighting between the rebels and Syria government, and they told us, the Syrian, that it was all ISIS, and that's different to obviously what's reported outside Syria. But I don't know if that's what's reported here. I don't know if that's what's generally told, or I don't know why that's told. But there's obviously a big difference there, because in the rest of the media, it's told that it was obviously pro and anti-Assad, the Syrian Civil War. But yeah. The mosque, by the way, has been completely rebuilt. It was used, especially the minarets, as turrets for snipers, and now they've just rebuilt it as it was. This is 100% I think the most heartbreaking place I've ever been. I hope that I never see somewhere like this again. Like, imagine being here just a few years ago. People that were here just a few years ago were fighting for their lives. Like, not that long ago. The space that we've just been enjoying our lives, getting on with things, worried about mundane things, like, I don't know, stupid things that you think in your life are important, and the people here have had to leave their homes, go to other countries. There's 3 million refugees just in Turkey alone, and they had their own normal lives here like we do in other places, yet they were completely destroyed like that, and the whole city is now this. This is also HOMS, by the way. So this is obviously a more livable, less destroyed section, and there's people living back here now. I'm not sure where we're going. So we're in a church, and as you can see, it's still being rebuilt. These guys are rebuilding it right now. We're back in Damascus right now after a 2-hour drive from HOMS, and to see the city like that today was kind of, I mean, the heartbreaking, sobering experience. I think sometimes you're a bit disconnected from these things when you just see them on the news, but this is a city that's been completely destroyed just a few years ago. I mean, there's 6 million Syrian refugees around the world. There's 5 million internally displaced Syrians that have had to move out of their homes, and over 400,000 people died. So people that were living there through no fault of their own had to get up and leave one day if they could, and are only now just able to start moving back there, which we saw today, that people have started to move back into the city in parts of it, and started to maybe reclaim their homes if they weren't completely destroyed, and trying to rebuild where they've lived most of their lives. So I don't know, it gives a strong sense of perspective, I think, because that could happen to anyone, and unfortunately it did happen here. We still have another day tomorrow to explore more of Syria outside Damascus, so check back for that. For now, I'm just going to leave this video here and say thank you for watching, and see you again soon.